Okay, so this is the worst match of Magic that I have played and still won. And by worst, I mean the worst I have played and have it still work out. I've had a couple drinks, so I want to have a little fun commentating this. So we'll go. No idea what opponent's on. We'll start there. So we got to mold that. This is reasonable. We find a thought seize. I mean, I don't like having the Gristle Rain in my hand without some sort of enabler, but immediately I see this and I'm like, okay. Definitely okay. So lead on the basic here. By the way, match number one, or game number one, is fine. That's real good. And really we're just looking for any sort of action in the game on the spot. We want to Force of Will any Thalia that comes down, but for the most part, it's only Thalia and Spirit of the Labyrinth that make a difference right now. And like I said, game one, we just kind of do our thing, and it's just over in no time. The meat of the bad play is in game two, so we'll go to that now. Game ends. So right around this point in time, I get a call. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it kind of half distracted my attention and pulled me away from the game. So not wanting to sit there and watch clocks totally wane and just whatever, I figure it's a straightforward enough decision to start the game and move forward. If things get really complicated, I'll take another pause. And one of the easier things with this deck is sometimes you have to really tank, but is just kind of basic mulliganing decisions, at least after you've played it 1,000 times. And I make a big dumb. So I ship this hand. The reason is it doesn't do anything and exposes us to Wasteland really, really fast, and that's not where I want to be against Death and Taxes. So this hand, again, kind of the same boat though. We have to fetch Underground Sea to have any action. We're already on a mold to 6 here. It's just kind of, I just don't see it, and figure going and missing on a land and then getting Wastelanded or ported out of the game is just not where I want to be. So we'll go to 5. And opponents on, they're on 6. So I see this and go, this seems fine. We have double Thoughtseize, double Daze, and a Force of Will. Things get really out of control. But I for some reason, like I said, I was distracted. Just kind of brain farted about needing mana to do anything here. And then I put away one of the Thoughtseizes in the mana. So what the hell am I supposed to do here? I guess the only thing I've got going for me at this point is that I have an out to a turn 1 Deafening Silence. I mean, sure, it's not a very promising situation, but all they do is pass. So I'm wondering, what did they keep? It must be a turn 2 Thalia. And all right, turn 1. This draw number 1, no land drop. So here we go. They're gonna definitely throw something down here. Okay. And we see a Thalia. We have to force it. We literally have to force it. There's no debate. But you know, in the right circumstance, if we get like a land here and preordain into something, we might be able to get something cooking. Turn number 2. No land drop. But this is kind of nice. If they have a second Thalia, we're in good shape. And what happens? Either Sworn has to go, because we might need a brainstorm to fix this. This is not up for debate. And this is actually not, this isn't the spell draw. This is the can't cast more than one spell. We're going to need this ritual to win the game. Not up, it's a non-negotiable. All right, so we have another Force of Will. And this is where the opponent gives us a little bit of reprieve and just plays Mom. That's fine. And still nothing. So we're on turn 4. We've taken 4 draws. Haven't seen a single land. And here it's kind of like, okay, that's a good sign. It means they don't have anything going on either. I'm wondering what's in their hand at this point. 5 draws. No land. This is one of the downsides of running 13 lands. This happens and if... Oh, hey. That's kind of okay. I don't really care. That's graveyard hate. That's fine. So we, again, are going to go to our turn number 6. They're going to continue to beat. And, okay. Well, that's mana. Let's see if we can find something. Nope. And we have to ship it because we absolutely need a land and action. So that's our 7th draw now. After 7 draws, 3 looks, and 1 more draw. And we haven't even gotten a single land. And it's just like, all right, I guess. I let that slide because if they start getting that to a high enough value that it really starts to matter, we're unlikely to be... Like, we need action immediately. So that's our 8th draw, 7th turn, plus 3 additional looks from Ponder. Haven't found a land. So they're on their turn 8, and they're still just beating with Mom. That's really great. Now there's a debate here. What do we get? We have 3 blue, 1-drop cantrips. We also have a Thoughtseize. Do we want to lose the Wasteland or not? I don't think we have a choice at this point in the game. So they've been sandbagging a Wasteland. And just look at that. It's just hate, irrelevant card, irrelevant card, irrelevant card, hate. And these two don't matter. This is where the strength of the sideboard plan has saved us in this game. Nothing more. So I take the prelate here. I don't care about surgicals. They're turned off with rip anyways. I don't really care about 3/3 flyers too much, but a little bit I do. It's obviously a clock. Batterskull, they're not going to get that online. If they do, we've lost anyways. So we take the prelate. And they start getting it up. And this I force a will. The reason being that shortens their clock by a substantial amount. And we still are missing a whole lot just to end the game here. Okay. So we'll brainstorm here. We still have 1 in hand. And now we have some action. And all I do here is I could jam, but I want to win on the same turn if I conceivably can. Especially since they don't know what our sideboard plan is and we don't want to give too much away. So they play pretty much perfectly here, by the way. So we go through... And what they're going to do is, so we know they have a Flicker Wisp in hand. They're going to flicker that in on their end. So that, this is a reasonable play. And they're going to take away one of our lands. Okay, reasonable. And then they're going to... Oh, I'm surprised. I don't remember them letting us through. Like, I thought they made us use the port. Doesn't really matter because we would have cracked it in response either way. And here... We actually the other reason we didn't go off last turn is we had to pass the turn. And this gives, yeah. So either way, we go off here. On turn 10, having seen 2 lands and 9 draws. And we have everything we need. And I just decided we're not playing around with that trap. We actually, I think at that point, knew literally everything in there. Yeah, we knew exactly what their hand was, so we didn't have to play around it. And on turn 10, we win Doomsday. And they concede. That was easily one of the very worst matches I have ever played in my entire life.